Welcome back to No Substitutes. I took an antihistamine and it's starting to hit me. I'm here today, though, doing a second episode with Miss Sarah Hyland. I don't know how to say Rosen.
Well, it's not even a part of my name, but it is Rosenstein. Just
Rosenstein.
So
I almost said Rosenbowl.
Rosenthal, Rosenstein.
Rosenstein.
Yeah.
Please welcome back, Sarah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks for having me back.
So you guys know the structure of the show usually, but usually when I have on, a guest for a second time, it's a free flow. So you're here, you're part of this. We're all just going with the flow. How was the drive over?
Super easy, breezy flow. It was, which I dig. Yes. Okay. The drive over was great. It was a typical LA situation, which I've apologized to your entire crew for. But it was a goal of mine that I wasn't going to be late. It really was. Like, I'm talking since you've asked me. Like, since I knew the date, I was like, I'm not going to be late. I'm going to leave at noon. And the time we're supposed to be here is at 3:30.
I'm going to leave at noon.
Yeah, no, which is still probably not even, which is about appropriate, I guess, in LA. If you want to be somewhere by 3:30.
You should leave at noon. You should at least be out your house by noon.
Yeah. Even if it's like 5 miles away, you're like, I'm just going to give myself some time.
Just get ready to be in traffic or be in the world. You like get a little, what's what I'm looking for? Foreplay, I guess.
To lube up before you this
you have
town
to
dry
fully,
humps you.
Yeah. Because that's one of those cities that just does that to you big time. Yeah.
Exactly. So I was gonna be here early. And early to me is at least 5 minutes. That is early.
That's early.
And I was excited that was going to happen. And then I went to go on the freeway and the time, it was like 48 minutes to get here and the time jumped up to over an hour. And I was like, mother. And very cautious of my wording. And so, I texted your whole team immediately and I was just like, dude. So it was like going up and up. And at one point it was like 3:54. I think that's at the highest time it was when I texted. And, but on the thing, the little like map, the 3D thing that, whatever.
Yes.
There was a wreck. And it showed like the fender bender, like pow, like that thing with 2 cars. And I was like, it's a wreck. And so in LA, a lot of times you'll get up, they'll say it's a wreck and then you get up to it. And there's nothing, like there's like a construction zone or like a bunch of like looky-loos. Yeah. And you're like, I just waited another 32 minutes so you could take a looky-loo. But so when I got up to the actual wreck, it was actually a pretty good one.
Yeah. You're like, all right, this is excusable.
Yeah. I was like, valid. Okay, valid. And so, but then after I passed that, it went back down. So actually ETA was 3:36. Still late, but not like a half an hour late.
I'm always nervous. It's the part where it's like right before driving to Tarzana. Anytime I've driven from Hollywood to the Valley, almost every time right by the Tarzana exit, I don't know why that's where everyone gets a wreck, but I have never, anytime I get up to there, it's like, I'm always nervous because I feel like the time can jump up 30 extra minutes or maybe just 5. But either way, this is the only city I've ever been in where you have to really plan accordingly.
Yeah,
and
she's ruthless,
really
girl.
Annoying.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Thank you. I was just looking for somebody to tell me that they don't blame me. I just needed the validation. It's not my fault, you guys. It is not my fault. It's LA.
I tried my best in those text messages. Like, it's not a big deal. You're the last guest. You're not ruining anything.
Yeah.
You did. You de-escalated the situation quickly.
That's like a big part of my job is just de-escalating situations and smoothing things over.
Yeah. No, it worked. I was like, if this was going to be a bomb or a situation, I'd be like, you know what? Is it worth? I know that got dark, but I'm just saying that got really dark. But it's the only example I could, you know what I mean? Where you diffuse like an amped up situation, and you did. So thank you.
Maybe that's like if this doesn't work out, I have another call.
You have a job, dude. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying. That's all I was
Thank you.
trying to say. I'm sorry I got so dark there for a hot second.
No, it's okay.
But I'm trying to support you, and if this doesn't work out, which I think is going great.
Yeah, it is
that
going
there
pretty good.
is
I would rather do this than
that part.
de-escalate people.
Talk people off a cliff.
Yeah.
That's a job, dude.
Yeah.
Like isn't that insane?
Well,
That that's a job.
I don't want to like throw shade, but the reason I got so good at that is just talking comedians off of cliffs and being like, no, you really are funny and you did a good job.
Aww.
You know?
I mean, you're not that far. You're on the edge of comedians and people that are about ready to go postal.
Yeah.
It's a small, very invisible line. Yeah.
I'm not going to name this person, but a very early producing role of me, I had the talent stop in the middle of the episode and then come up to me like, I'm not funny. And I don't think I've ever been funny.
You told
and
me
then,
the story.
and I think I need to look into another career path. And then I had to we had like a couple hour conversation.
I cannot imagine him doing anything else.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
What? Wait, what? All right, question.
Yeah.
So this person was in the middle of doing
a podcast. Yeah.
Their podcast?
Yeah, their own podcast. Yeah. They were doing a solo episode.
Oh no.
And then just stopped and like looked at me and I was like, I don't think I've ever been funny in my life and I need to look for a new career path.
Okay, question. Okay, so he's doing. Is it because I'm just saying they because I don't know the gender of this person, but did they not get validation from the people in the room or didn't get a chuckle? Was the silence overbearing that they were just like, I'm not funny,
well,
which I get.
It might be possible because they didn't like it when I was in the room because it made them nervous. So I would have to go to a different room. I had this weird setup where I could like watch from my laptop in a different room because if I was too close, I would make them nervous.
Ew, I would hate that if you guys were like back there. I'd be like, I feel like I was like a bubble boy.
Yeah.
Like,
but I like, I don't know. I've learned that there's a lot to like laughter in the room. You know, and then like it brings a lot. Yeah.
That's why comics do what they do.
Mm-hmm.
They're feeding off of a crowd. And a lot of them have to do podcasting, like you said, to kind of promote, you know, their shows, their tours, everything else that they're doing. I mean, they love doing stand-up probably the most of that whole job. Podcasting is probably the hardest part because they're like
by themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a really awkward improv class and you just feel like that, like just
yeah. And then unfortunately,
so uncomfortable. You're like, I totally get it. Even if people listening are like, are they going to talk? Yeah, it's uncomfortable for everybody. So
like
I totally get it.
That deafening silence that just happened.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys were all waiting for me to say something. I was like, I'm saying that feeling that we're all just like.
Yeah. Well, so it's just sometimes you're so captivating. I was like, oh, what are you going to say next? I was like hanging on to your.
As an artist, I'm like, this is a performance piece. This is amazing. This is brilliant. Yeah. Let's all talk about this afterwards. Yeah. You could have taken that for 2 more hours in real performance art. And we would have, you could have gone to a gallery with that.
I was ready to stand up and clap.
Yeah.
I was captivated. I wish I could say that was like a rare occurrence though of me working with comedians. There's been like most of them. I've had to like sit down and be like, oh no, you're like really funny. You should be doing this, and this is where you belong. Mm-hmm. So I think maybe that's where I've kind of honed those skills.
Yeah.
So, but what happened to the person?
Oh, what happened to that person?
Yeah.
They became one of the biggest comics imaginable.
Do I know them?
Yeah, you know.
Do I really know them?
I can.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. The neuroses of that makes complete sense. Okay. Yeah, he's doing okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say, I will. One person who won't mind me name dropping. You guys don't know who this is. He's a really good comedian friend of mine named Ben Hurwitz, who I also have so many of these conversations where it's like, I don't like. I don't know if I need to start looking for something else to do. And then like he literally just got passed at the New York Comedy Club. He moved to New York to do comedy. And he's like, bro, you're still
that's
telling
even
me
harder than like here.
Yeah.
Too, in my opinion. I don't do comedy.
I mean, I think I could agree with that, but I was like, bro, you're still saying this to me. Like, can you just acknowledge for a second of how far you've come since I've known you? You just got passed at a major comedy club. He actually got passed when you were in New York. I was like, so when I was planning there, I was like, oh, I get to go see him do his audition. And I was kind of disappointed I didn't get to see that, but
we'll be there again.
Yeah. It was like, maybe that's where I learned how to de-escalate. It's just like calming people down, be like, no, it's all right. Don't worry about it. You're funny.
Yeah.
God,
I mean, there are a lot of comics that have that. It's so crazy to me. Like someone who does that, or I feel like he's getting better now. Like he's finally kind of in a better place.
Are we still talking about the comedian?
No, no, sorry. I'm talking about Brent Morin. I'm like pretty close with Brent Morin. And I remember, hanging out with him a few times where he just like get down on himself. I'm like, I don't say this lightly. You are probably the most brilliant comedian I have ever met. The way you do stand up is so different than I've seen. It's a one-man show. It's theater. It's you bring storytelling into it in a different way than just kind of, talking about like something that happened on the street or at a bar. Like you take it to a different level. I feel like now he's doing pretty well, but it's like even people like that where I'm like, you're not even just a comic. You're like a brilliant actor, writer, like the way, I don't know. So I'm like, damn.
I don't know if I told you this, but his episode on here made my mom cry.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, he's so sweet. I love Brent Morin so much.
He is.
Yeah.
He's the best.
And every once I just listen to him to drop some like wisdom down and like just something that like really makes you think.
Yeah.
He's brilliant. I love him.
But even those people, I'm always like shocked because before I met him, he was my favorite comic. He still is. But like meeting, someone that you think probably has zero like insecurity or like, I don't know. It's probably like I've been doing this for a while. They're probably pretty happy with what they're doing with their craft. Even those people still like have days where they're like, I'm not that good, or get down on themselves. And I'm just like, oh.
Does it make you sad though? Or you're like, oh, okay, that's relatable. Like that.
It's relatable, but I'm also just like, wow, like you don't even see how great you are. I mean, I guess that's a lot of people in life, though. I wish I was one of those. No, I don't. I was gonna say I wish I was one of those people that thought my shit didn't stink, but I don't know. It seems actually more exhausting being that person versus someone who tries and still feels like insecure and kind of like, like same here. I don't know. Like I love doing this, but there's definitely days where I'm like, this is not like top tier podcasting. I'm not anywhere near, where all these other people are. But I'm just, at the end of the day, I'm always just like, I'm enjoying it. If, it speaks to some people, that's all I really care about. You go.
I was going to say, there is something to, I don't know, it pulls at my heartstrings when someone who I think is so creatively talented and beautiful, and then they have this self-doubt, like, am I doing a good job? And that kind of like breaks my heart a little bit. It's like, man, I wish you could see what everyone else sees.
I think we just all weren't hugged enough as kids.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know anybody for real that's like, I got this on lock. You're like, really? You do?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah. I don't know. This is such a nerdy show, but there's an episode of Doctor Who. If you don't know about Doctor Who, he like time travels, all right? Okay. And so he time traveled and brought Vincent van Gogh to the future and let him see what like his art museum and what people talked about him. Because I don't know if you know the story, but Vincent van Gogh died basically broke, thinking that no one respected his artwork.
He was famous. Yeah. I mean, he's one of those people who that quote was based off of, like, you're more famous when you're dead.
Yeah.
That's who you think of who I think of when I hear that quote.
Yeah. And that was like such a touching episode to me. You just like, you get to show, like, he got to show an artist like what people think about them.
Aww.
It was really great. It's a good standalone episode.
He'd be like, don't cut your ear off, dude.
It was too late.
You're actually big.
Yeah.
Oh, he was there without his ear?
Yeah, it was a little bit too late for that. It was like towards the end of like he was going to go. So he was just showing him before he left, hey, this is what people actually think about you. It was touching.
Makes me want to cry.
Yeah. It's a good like standalone episode. You don't even have to watch the whole series. It was just like a good small moment to see.
Wait, what series was that?
It's called Doctor Who.
Okay. Sorry.
No,
I was perseverating on the fact that I said the S word. And I was thinking,
we're past the 10 minutes.
Yeah, I can't get over it. I'm like,
I
actually was trying to like get your attention. I was like, time stamp it because you have to get that out. You got to get that out. Oh my God. Yeah. It was just it was a small S word. It was a small one.
You're good.
And I'm really
I didn't even realize it.
I know. I barely realized it until I got to the T part. And I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Sorry, in the word.
Well, I did, and I immediately looked at the time. I was like, okay, we're good. I don't have to write this one down.
I know you guys were talking about artists and stuff, and I was like, oh.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that was what I was doing. But meanwhile, this side was focusing, but I also had this part of my brain that's like trying to make eye contact to get you. Okay, sorry.
I wonder what it's like to be inside your brain.
Not good. I'm just joking. It's fine. It's fine. And there's a lot. No, I was just it's an amazing topic because I think everybody can relate to that. And especially now, it's like what you're just saying. Well, like my podcast isn't like that. And this podcast isn't like that. And this, it's like, it's so difficult when you can literally go on this device and just look at everybody who's just quote unquote crushing it, And so it's an immediate like, suck. You know what I mean? It's just this immediate measurement.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I just, like I said, I don't really have anybody in my company, really. I mean, like the friends that I keep that are like so bold to be like, no room for growth. You're like, oh, yeah, all right. Every artist or every comedian, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, if you guys even knew the dark side, it's like, woo! And so it's like, talking, but I think that's good. It's an edge.
Yeah.
That, like, I think you have to have low self-esteem. I mean, but you have to have this constant need for
drive for something that's feeding it, something that's like, whether you feel low about yourself or not, you're like, okay, well, I at least need to prove to myself. It's not even necessarily about to other people, but I need to see where this is going to go. I need to put the work in for me, not just to be like, call her daddy, call you daddy, call her daddy.
Call her daddy. I mean, that's what I mean. The top of the top of the top of the top.
I know.
Like, it's crazy.
I know. But that's why, like,
that was the other half of the job when I wasn't talking to them off ledger was like, hey, can you stop looking at other people's numbers and realize like how good your own numbers are and stop comparing yourself to everyone?
I don't even listen to any podcast that's even remotely like mine. Anything I listen to is like self-help or film, which I'm like, those are just things I'm interested in versus ones that are kind of in the same realm as this one.
What about murder mysteries? What kind of girl are you?
I don't know. I don't really like murder.
Well, it's not about the murder. It's about the story.
And the excitement.
It's about the narration.
I like the documentaries about it and movies.
Yeah, it's the same thing, but just talking.
I know, but then I feel like I don't know. I feel like I get nightmares.
Okay.
More. I feel like when it's on a screen, I know it's like I feel more safe. But if I'm in a car, I'm like, okay, well now I'm in the world and I'm listening to this and I feel like I'm next.
Okay. Valid.
That's why.
Valid.
I don't do the podcast.
Yeah.
Is it because it's like happening in your head?
That's what I mean. Yeah. I'm like, this seems so dangerous. This seems like I don't want to manifest it. Versus if I'm sitting and I'm watching something, it's like, I'm safe. It's in the screen. It can't touch me, even though I'm still consuming it.
See, I like the
You like
Dateline
the
dogs.
s-
Well, I like them all.
Yeah.
I like them all. But now there's so many of them that they've kind of become.
I know.
It's like trying on jeans for 24 hours in a row. You're like, they all look the same. By the time you're finished, you're like, I don't know, and you don't get any of them. But no, I don't. I was whenever I did my podcast. Yeah, even comedy. It's like I don't watch stand up. I don't go to or like when I was doing improv. It's like I don't want to go to an improv show. Would you hate me? I'm not going to that show. It's free. I don't care. So yeah, I think that's good. I don't. I mean, I listen to self-helpy, but not too self-helpy because even self-helpy after a while, you're like, I'm trying. It's like
or it just feels like the same stuff over and over again. I don't know.
Well, a lot of it is the same.
It is.
I think that's what's so great about this viral thing that's going on now. Like my morning routine.
Oh my God.
Have you guys heard about
my 5 to 9 before my 9 to 5?
Yeah. Like it's
People
bananas.
Are like putting their faces in ice buckets and oh my God, yeah.
But they're making fun of it because it's so the what we're putting ourselves up against, the measurement. Yeah. You're also like, dude, chill. Like relax, bro. Like it's just one life. Wait, he gets up at like what? I don't know, something crazy, like 4 a.m. and like dunks his face in like a bucket of ice. And
but it's not just, it's like really fancy glass bottled water. It's not even like use tap water or something. You're just dunking your face in there. It's like he's using Mountain Valley spring water to
oh my God.
to dunk his face in it for a couple seconds.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
But
he does look pretty good though. I'll give him that.
He looks amazing, sure.
Yeah, he looks like.
But I bet he's a real fun chap to go on a date with. My God. Like,
oh my God. Just talks at you the whole time.
How boring. Like all he did. I'm sure there's nothing but like talking about himself and like how he got that one muscle on his bicep. You're like, great, cool.
Plus, like, what time does he have to go to bed?
I don't know.
I know. I don't want to go on a date at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
Because your bedtime's at 8, I'm assuming. My mom wakes up at 4, but she's not.
Who wakes up at 4?
My mom.
Oh,
but she's not making videos about it.
Yeah. Actually, this is like a rare feat for a comedian, but I know this female comedian named Nikki Howard who wakes up at 4 a.m. to go running. Mm-hmm. And she's just like
Why does that sound familiar?
She does a lot of she does sketches with someone that I think, with Brett. Oh. Yeah. And I think that she's hilarious. Like every second of her day is planned out. I've never seen a comedian
that's
like
a
that.
Much, yeah.
Yeah. And then it's just like the waking up. She wakes up at 4 a.m, runs 5 miles, and then just like it's all planned out.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's nothing but okay. Let me preface. There's nothing wrong with that, I think. You know, like I think
having a morning routine or evening routine.
Yeah, I mean everybody's got people do, and we're out of our minds. Human beings, the fact that we're still alive on this planet is amazing. Like we are not okay for the most part. So it's like it's like great. Like that's your jam, then great. It's not my jam. Like I'll take a little piece of what you did. All right. Yeah. Cool. I'll work out before a Zoom meeting at 9. I'll take some of it, but I just don't have any interest in. It's like the guy, what's his name, who does he's trying to live forever.
Oh,
what's his name?
I don't know his name, but yeah, I know who you talk about. He's doing like all that stuff.
Yeah, he's like replacing his plasma or cells with his
and it's like not working. Like he looks old.
He doesn't look. That's what I mean. I'm like, bro, like he looks like a vampire. First off, but I think that's the thing. It's like and it's become his whole identity. Like it's become. Because he has a company now, shocker, called Blueprint, where you can like now also not, die. But it's also like, why not, bro? It's fine. Let's just run it let it run its course.
I mean, it's a part of life.
But his entire day is spent trying not
to die. That sounds exhausting.
Oh, do you have his name?
His name is Brian Johnson.
Brian Johnson.
Yeah.
Very, very basic name.
Yeah. And then it's like, okay, you want to live for a long time, I get it, but he's also like he wants to live a long time and look youthful. And no offense, he doesn't look youthful at all. He looks like an old guy in his like 40s or maybe early 50s.
Just need some sun. You need some sun.
He looks like a bad clone of Elon Musk, kind of. It's like,
my God.
Have you seen him?
Yeah, go ahead. He looks like E.T. Remember when E.T. was dying? And
oh my God,
all pale. I don't mean that to be mean. I'm just saying color.
Yeah.
Color choice, color-wise, if I were to paint this guy, I'd be like, let me reference this by going to the E.T. death scene.
Yeah.
It's this fucking guy, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I've seen him. Yeah.
I mean, he's like, him and his son are in it, and they like, share sperm. I don't know if that's, but they do. There's something like
There's something
they're
weird.
swapping DNA.
I mean, yeah, that's
or something like that.
interesting. I mean, I see like a lot of people are getting these like PRP facials now,
Oh yeah.
which I'm like taking your own blood and then spinning it, and I think putting it in your face, which seems cool, you know. I think it's just everyone's trying to find better ways to avoid Botox and stuff, I guess. But there's just so many trends right now.
And they don't have all the best reactions either.
No.
Yeah, that's
Well, that's the
terrifying.
other thing too about all these like influencers or people who are promoting certain things, certain like routines or products and stuff. And so it's leading so many people to thinking like, I'm going to look like this.
Yeah.
I'm going to feel like this if I do this. And that's not necessarily a good thing. Like, I don't know. Yeah, you got to choose what works for you. I get, you know, influencers make their money off of pushing that stuff, but just want everyone to do their own little research, go to a naturopath or, you know, your doctor and figure out what works for you and your blood type, your body. Because it's not always going to be this magic supplement. It's not going to be the PRP facials or, I don't know. I tried doing laser facials. Those fucking hurt. I'm good. I'll stick to Botox here and there. I don't care.
Yeah, I think, part of the whole influencer nation station. I mean, I think that one, they're 19, so let's calm down. Like, literally,
True.
they're like, do you want your skin to
You
look
wanna
youthful
look-
and plump? I'm like, bitch, you're 12.
You still have baby fat.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, 7-year-olds are out here like, it's not working. You're like, yeah, no, it's not, it's not working. And so it's like that. And then I did that once. Not with skin, but it was with, the whole like, girls need a weight lift, which I do. You know, I try to take care of myself. But there was a supplement. What was it? Dang it. It's like, it's not glutathione. It's the other one. Oh, it starts with a C, but anyway, it's a
Creatine?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you take it?
I don't, but I know. Well, actually, I don't know. My ex said he took it. It made his hair thin out. I was like, no. And I was like, I think you're just going bald.
You're like, no, but I'm gonna try. That's hilarious.
Yeah,
Now every
but-
dude's like, it's a creatine. I knew it. I listened to the
knew it.
podcast.
Yeah.
I knew it. Yeah.
But that, again, I'm like, if it is, like, again, you know, check what works for you guys. But so you were taking creatine?
Well, yeah, because it was this whole thing of like, girls need a weight lift. And so,
Yeah.
which I already do, like whatever.
Yeah.
I know you can tell. I left my arms out so you can see. I did not. I hate my arms. But there was this thing of like taking creatine to like help with muscle or whatever recovery or rejuve. I just made that up, but like something like that. So I was like, ooh, I'll try that because I love powders in my drinks. Like I love a supplement. I think it's so fun. And so I was doing that and I tried this one brand or whatever, and I full blown had the worst panic attack
Oof.
that I've ever had in my life. And I kept being, and I was just like, am I nervous to be outside? Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? I was like, I really was. And it was kind of like right after like the COVID thing. And I was like, I don't think I can be outside anymore. I became agoraphobic all of a sudden. I was like,
Right.
oh no. But it's actually, when I thought about it, I had this like huge,
Oh,
like not cooler. Sorry, I got thermos. I got a
Thermos,
huge
yeah.
thermos full of
Oh
like
my
this
God.
creatine. Oh yeah, and I overdo everything. If it's like put one scoop for 120 pounds, I put 40. You know, I'm like, well, if one's good, 40's got to be better. So I just kept hitting that. I'm not saying like that's why, but I just realized I was like, I've been like nursing this creatine muscle juice, and this is not good.
No.
And then, of course, as soon as I stopped doing it, I didn't have that. But like,
oh my God.
but it's just one of those things that you hear like, oh, this influencer's like,
Jacked.
I use creatine, and now I'm a bodybuilder. I wasn't yesterday, but today I am. And
Yeah.
you're like, what? And
I look like this in 3 days.
Yeah, 3 days. You're like 3 days. And so
Whole new body.
but it was a lesson to me that I was like, not everybody jams out to what you're selling because you're also
No.
being pushed by particular brands.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's
No,
just you
for
have to
sure.
live and learn with all
Yeah.
that stuff.
I fell victim a few times, like during the 2018, 2019 debacle of influencers like pushing skinny tea. Yeah. And same
Oh,
thing, having
no.
panic attacks and pooping my pants. Because it's just like an amount of caffeine that should not be in someone's body. Like,
Wait, Lumi, which one came first?
The poop or
probably the
panic
heart attack.
Yeah. Oh no. You're having a heart attack while you're losing 60 pounds, having diarrhea.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. It just reminded me. I got food poisoning the
Oh,
first day in New York.
You were just in New York, right?
I was just in New York and ate these clams.
It's always the clams. I'm telling you, it's always the clams.
First time in my life, I had it coming out both ways
Mm-mm.
at the same
Mhm.
time.
Mhm.
I had a little hotel trash can while I'm sitting on the toilet, just like, and Cassidy's in the room with me, and she's just like, "Oh my god!" She's
Yeah.
just like, we almost were like, it might be like an ER situation. This is not chill. I've never had food poisoning like that. I even was like, am I hungover? Or I was like, no, this is like sickness. This isn't hangover. This is
What?
my body.
How early did you get there? Like, what was you were supposed to record like the next day?
No, we got there night. We got there like a Friday night. I think we were hanging out. We went out that Friday night, went to dinner, ate those clams. Next day, we were chilling. And the day after that, I was doing the podcast.
Oh no.
Thank God.
I'm glad I didn't know. I would have been I was already losing sleep because I wasn't there. And I was like, this has got to go good. Like I was nervous. I'm glad I didn't know that you were also sick.
Oh my God.
Wait, was it your podcast that you were doing in New
Yeah.
York?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was supposed to go to New York and then I couldn't go. And then so she had her best friend come in my place.
Yeah.
And I
just,
was, like,
be my
stressed.
little PA for
Yeah.
the weekend.
And you just rented a studio in New York to do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's all coming.
Yeah. And I was like stressing out. I was like not having a good time. I wasn't there. And
yeah.
I'm a control
Well,
freak. I like.
first full day in New York, I was dry heaving, throwing up,
No.
and lava just coming out. I've
Were you
never.
skinny? I know.
I was just like, I didn't even know this many fluids could come out at once.
So Lumi was having a bad time too. Thank God you had a trash can because that could have been a quick miscalculation.
I was like, well, I get why hotels take a deposit now, just in case.
No, did you poo on the floor? Oh,
No, I'm just
but
saying,
you
like,
could.
thank God, yeah, I had something for both ends because
Yeah.
that would have been really upsetting to like have
On
to
the
call.
wall.
Yeah, just don't know what's everywhere.
Mhm.
They just come in, they're like,
That would have been amazing. Kind of. I mean,
Yeah. I think.
insane.
I mean, that was like someone looking out for us by me not going because I definitely wouldn't have been in that hotel room getting you a trash can to like as you were
No.
sick. So
no,
It was good I didn't
Cassie
go.
did good. She got New York bagels and coconut water and was like, you need food and you need rest and water and hydration.
perfect.
There's nothing like food poisoning, dude. There's nothing like it because of that. Because you're like just chill. You're like, hey,
Yeah.
and then like in a matter of a second, and then yeah,
Yeah, you're just like, New York. And then the next day, just literally, yeah. That was me for literally like 2 whole hours.
I know, like having food poisoning like reminds you when people are like, thank God I have my health. You know?
yeah.
Yeah, you'll never take it for granted. Once you go through something like that, you're like, oh my God.
It wasn't, I've had food poisoning before, but just the worst I ever had it, because 2 hours is like, that's stealth. Like you're in and out. That's good. That's like fast food.
Thankfully. That's why I was like, I think it just needed to come out. It just was confused where to go.
Looking for all holes.
Yeah.
Go this way. I'll go this way.
Like it was just like nonstop for 2 hours, but thankfully, you know, it wasn't, something that dragged on through the whole day. I don't know.
I've had a draggy one though. It wasn't food. I was in
Oh no.
No. I was in Palm Springs and it was during like one of the most like busiest times. It was like July 4th. Like it was and there were like 70,000 people in a 2-foot pool. Like with length. That's how big it was. And I know, okay, so I was swimming and I swallowed a little bit of the water.
No.
Yeah, it doesn't make me feel good either. Yeah, I know. I swallowed a little bit of the
like
water.
Like chlorine water?
Definitely, yeah. But there was everything else in that water. There were literally an entire country was in that water. Like in an entire country. And
how did that happen?
I was just swimming. I was just having a good time. Like, I don't know. I did like an old lady like handstand. Like, what was I doing a handstand for? I'm over 12. But I'm like, let's do a handstand. You know, like there's hot girls who lay by the pool and then there's me like with a snorkel.
Let's play mermaids.
Yeah, literally the snorkel, the one piece with like shorts probably, like, and maybe a t-shirt because I'm feeling, you know, a little burnt. Like that's who I am. And so I was probably doing a kickstand in the pool and, you know, you just get a little water in there. And then, so we went out to dinner that night in Palm Springs. Totally cool, chill. Everybody's having a good time. And we ate. And I just all of a sudden was like, I don't feel great. Like, I don't feel good. I'm not feeling top notch. Like, and so I went home that night and I was laying there and all of a sudden it happened. Like the sweats. We were
the
like,
sweats. That's when you're like, yep. And then that, yep.
Like that was happening. And
like,
so I went and
like a cat that's trying to get out verbally.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm making noises that a human never makes. What is happening?
So I puked and then and then it happened, like the both. And there was a shower and I was on the toilet and there was a shower right next to me, dude. And it's even worse when you just have, I didn't go to the shower because I didn't want to clean it up because yuck. And because I still have my wits about me that I'm like, I'm not cleaning that up. And so I just used the toilet for both, which will make you even more sick. Do you understand? Like, this is the depths of hell.
Playing like musical chairs by yourself.
Yeah, depths of hell. Like, you're just like, I'm good. I'm good. This is it. I'm good. I'm fine to go. Like, I've done all I can and I'm ready to go.
All I can.
Yeah. But
Jesus, take me.
But it went on for days. Like, I couldn't keep anything down. And I had to go to Kaiser. I don't want to brag because we have Medi-Cal, but and get like a the pill to like stop it. But nonetheless, I just relate. I hate it. Have you guys had food poisoning?
Yeah, I got food poisoning really bad, and I still get PTSD from it. That like I won't eat food that even if it's like a day old or like I can't verify how fresh this is because I'm so scared of that ever happening to me again. I'm not good. And then I've actually had it a couple times. One time when I was a little kid, I ate like a peach yogurt that went bad and it made me violently sick. And even to this day, I can't have peach yogurt. And I love peaches and I love yogurt. And I know that I would like peach yogurt if I had it, but I just, the
like
memory of it. Yeah.
Just did not sit well.
All right.
Do you think you could do it again for $10,000? Like if you went on...
I can do it for a lot less than that. I'll be honest, like I got some bills that need to be paid. So if someone has $500, I'll eat. I'll eat whatever you want me to eat.
Well, it reminds me, the talk shows. I think it was like Sally Jesse Raphael. This is very old. This is old school. Like Maury Povich. Like all those like old school.
Like Jerry Springer.
Yeah, like that era where people would have phobias like I can't stand aluminum foil and like they would have fears of aluminum foil, and so they would bring out just rolls and rolls and rolls of aluminum foil. So they like would sit these people on stage with their worst fear, right? Like I hate styrofoam, and like Sit them all in a row, and then they would just have their worst fear come out, like a giant person, like in a styrofoam suit, like whoa, whoa.
Oh my god!
And they had to sit there through it. And most of the time, they couldn't stay on stage. Like they would run off stage, and the camera would follow them.
They're like, I don't care how much money this is.
Yeah. But that's, I was like, wouldn't that be great if there's something like that, just a notch down from that, where it's not as insane. But like, because everybody has that
traumatize
food.
someone. Yeah,
that's like, I will never eat a peanut butter and jelly again because I just dry, to have like. So anyway, that's what I thought of. I was like, if for $300.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You would do it?
Yeah,
that's easy.
I'll never.
I know. I went from 2,000
I got a lot of
to
bills. They're piling up.
I will say,
Whatever.
I think clams are ruined for me forever.
Yeah.
I think I'd do 5K. I'll eat
5K.
I will go eat the clams I ate from that restaurant.
This is
okay.
And go through that for 5K.
We should edit this out. This is a good idea. We'll go pitch it to someone.
I'm telling you,
Just
dude.
have people come over, get over their phobias.
Yeah.
Food phobias.
Yeah.
That'll be the title.
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't do that anymore on top. Because now there's like Kelly Clarkson has one, Drew Barrett. They're all like these sweet sunflowers.
Right.
You're like, I'm like, come on.
Everything's so like they have to be
There's
so.
no med terrorizing.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I'm like, bring out the giant tube of toothpaste because they're scared of it.
You worked on Punk, so that was kind of one where he low-key terrorized all these celebrities.
But none of those things. I did another show that was a pilot called LOL. That was also, I did a lot of like, and Deborah, I can't think of her, like Deborah Messinger. Anyway, she's an Italian actress. She's amazing and gorgeous. But she was the host of it. And it was all hidden camera. I'm a good hidden camera person.
Yeah.
Hidden camera stuff where it was another kind of punked, but like a little more gritty. But it's like that. But there used to be so many hidden camera shows that just terrorized people.
Yeah.
It's terrible. But at the same time, I'm like, I think we're back there. I think we can handle it now.
Yeah.
We've seen too much. Like I think we can. Like there was something about it. Mm-hmm. But I say all that to say, bring some of it back.
Yeah.
We need a little 90s edge back. Like I think we just need a little. Come on.
You are not the father.
Yeah. Come on. And
I want to see people, do live paternity tests. I want to see that.
It was always like them chasing them through the back too.
Oh my God.
Every show had it.
Yeah.
And that's like where the best dance moves came from too, when they're not the
my
dad and then they like break down and start dancing.
Yeah.
That was a good time.
That's a
They
good
don't make
time.
TV like that anymore.
No, they don't. Even like Judge Judy. Like where's that stuff gone?
She's here.
I know she
Judy
is
alive and well.
but bring her back. Give her a podcast.
Yeah. No one will remember this, but my brother just brought this to my attention. You probably won't know it either, and but probably anybody listening won't. You'll have to research it. But before Judge Judy, I don't even remember it. My brother brought it up. That there was a show called Judge Wapner.
Oh, no, I don't know that one.
You have to look it up. I don't even remember it, but I went to look. I was like, oh, smack. Like, it was way before Judge Judy. Judge Wapner was doing this forever ago. And he had, like, the little, the cop person who's, like, his sidekick, like.
Oh.
But Judge Judy is not OG. Like, Judge Wapner was OG. But it was before any of it. But I'm just saying, there was a trailblazer before Judge Judy. She's mean, but it's still not, like... Come on, man.
All right.
Give us some
I'm
fights.
going to go look up some Judge Wapner.
Judge Wapner. It's old, dude. It's really old. But I didn't even remember that until he told me. I was like, oh, damn. Yeah. But Jerry Springer there was a documentary on the whole thing, and it was kind of sleazy.
Oh.
So I totally get it.
Oh, was it? I just assumed it was fake. Was it real? And that's why it was sleazy?
The reason it was sleazy is because, like, the way that they got these poor people out there. They didn't pay for any, like, they barely, like, they got them, like, on, seat 36D, like, on the plane, and it was all super cheap, and they didn't give them anything, and it was just like, we want you to go out there, and they gave them lines to say, and then they got their ass beat, and it's just like, they didn't treat them great, you know what I'm saying, like, the guests.
I just saw that they're interviewing people from, like, those house makeover shows now, too, and now they're all sharing those stories, and they're like, we didn't ask for that, and like they used all of our money to like redo the houses, and like it wasn't for free, and then like our family fell apart.
Oh my God.
Wait a minute, that is a documentary already?
That's happening right now. I just saw like little clips of them interviewing like, you know, these kids that were like, they're all grown up now, but like from where it used to be like move the van and then this house reveal. And it's like I'm like, oh, damn.
The one that I feel so dumb that this shocked and like surprised me, but apparently like none of the cars on Pit My Ride actually worked. They're all like really shitty and barely, because all they did was the exterior.
Was a lie.
They didn't like
That's all
fix
I'm
the engine
learning.
of the car or anything.
Oh
But on the
my-
show, did they show them fixing the engine, or was it all exterior?
I think it was
I think it was just always
exterior.
exterior. But yeah, like they couldn't even drive the car basically.
Like,
That's
what was-
hilarious. I
Yeah.
didn't hear that.
And then they
That's
didn't
insane.
let them sell the cars either. They had to sign a contract that you weren't allowed to sell the car. Because I guess
What?
it was like they wanted it to be legit. They didn't want to just like, oh, they're trying to get money out of us. So like, it's supposed to be like, you deserve this, you know?
That's
But they didn't. The car
Weird.
doesn't work. So like,
You
fix
sat
the
in
car at least.
Sat on the lawn
Yeah.
somewhere in Arkansas. Just put it on the lawn with the rest of the
oh
cars.
my god. Yeah.
From Kentucky, I feel like I can say that.
Yeah.
Somehow, I feel
You're
like I've
allowed to.
earned that right. Yeah. With the couch.
Yeah.
On the porch. Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah. We can. I mean,
King of the
there's,
hill shit.
yeah. There's something that we can bring. We can put the real back in reality TV, and
Well, apparently
and then
none of
make
it
people.
was real.
Yeah.
That's what I'm learning from this discussion.
Yeah. Well, I think things are getting, it's interesting because like even like I love reality shows. Like I love reality TV. It's so stupid. But I don't know why I like it. I think it's because obviously like everybody else, it's just mindless, whatever. There's no plot. Like you just,
Yeah.
you're like,
You're just
"God."
it's like being at a zoo for your own
Yeah.
kind.
1,000%. Like 1,000%.
It's like, what are they gonna do next?
But I think they are getting like a little grit, like the ones like The Bachelor, like right, The Bachelor and Bachelorette. They seem that the ratings aren't doing as well because they have these shows that are competing with them, like Paradise Island, and like where they're boning one another. Like you
Yeah.
literally can watch them on night vision boning.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not in the Bachelor, they're all like on mainstream, like ABC or whatever the network
Yeah.
it's on. You know, it's like so it's a family show. So but people are going to like
I'm
these
here to
other-
find love.
Yeah. And it's like super Disney fan. They're like snooze fest. But then
Yeah.
you go over to these other reality shows and you see somebody getting a BJ, you're like, this is better, you know?
This
like
is better.
yeah, it's like softcore porn. Like you're right underneath the line, but you're still watching
Yeah.
on Netflix, so it's chill, you know?
Yeah.
So I
Not
don't know.
too
But like
uncomfortable.
things like that, like I think I heard somebody talking, like, I don't know if like The Bachelor's even gonna make it anymore because there's such this other underbelly
Yeah.
that people are going to. You know what I mean? Guilty. Me in particular, guilty. Like I love because there was, I think Barstool or something put it out, but like of Paradise Island, I think that was. But of like in the night vision
Oh my
video
God.
of this guy just going to pound town on this chick, right? So of course I'm gonna go look it up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, and they don't show anything like that. Like The Bachelorette, like I don't care. It's gonna work. You'll get one of these three, and then whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
But
and you might- yeah.
I think it also they're just getting complacent. Like, you need to bring the twist back. You
Mhm.
know, like remember Joe Millionaire, where it was like this millionaire who was like there was a bunch of girls that wanted to date him, and then the twist was that he was actually
Or
broke.
Tila Tequila.
Yeah,
Tila Tequila was hot and horny.
yeah.
That
They
was
want
a-
This was someone else's idea, but I want this. If you want the Bachelor to work, you got to do this. Where they wanted to do like a gay bachelor.
Okay.
And then the twist is that someone was straight and they had to figure out who the straight person was. But you make everyone straight. So it's just a bunch of straight people pretending to be gay. And I think that would be hilarious.
Is that for real?
No, that was just
I was
like,
like,
no.
wait,
That would just be like,
Wait.
it was just
Yeah.
like fans pitching ideas for The Bachelor. It's like,
I'm-
if you want, that would sell. Like,
Yeah.
just a bunch of straight dudes like pretending to be gay.
Yeah.
yeah. It's just the Bachelor's gay, and he's just enjoying himself watching all these straight guys pretend to be gay.
We're
Oh
just
my
sick of
God.
seeing polished. We're just like,
Yeah.
no, come on. Like even the Olympics, you know, you're like, let's get some regular old Joes out there. You know what I mean? Like doing the ice skating. No, just unathletic. have been sitting on a lawn chair for the past 35 years. You're like, you go do it. Wouldn't that be hilarious? You put tights on.
I think that's what they were trying to do when they brought in breakdancing.
Yeah, I still don't know how that flew under the radar, man. I still don't understand that. I don't get it. Do you guys have theories?
No, I don't. I don't. It was like, and then it was so bad. Like, it's like gone now.
Yeah,
like,
they're like, you know what?
bring it
That was
back.
like our bad. I feel like it was just a social experiment.
Well, they're always
Maybe.
trying to do something for ratings, right? Like, what can we do to like? But breakdancing, really? Like, that was your big idea?
Do you think homegirl, who I don't know her name, from Australia, do you think she was a plant to
Well,
make it that way?
Thought, I heard, I'm like, when I first heard about it, I was like, this is the funniest thing. But apparently she's kind of like a scumbag where she made it so that no one else from Australia could even like do it. Like, so she made like, there's like legitimate breakdancers from Australia and then made sure that they couldn't audition so that she could be the one to go and do it.
How does she have that power?
Yeah,
Well, she like
Nancy Kerrigan.
she like wrote, I don't know, she was, I have to like look it up, but it was like, I don't know, she
What
like
a
wrote
weirdo.
a letter to like, I should be the one representing our country because I teach like the history of breakdancing and I know like I'm a good representation of
We're not
this.
having professors here.
Yeah.
We're asking for talent.
Yeah.
But aren't there like, don't you have to get past a few red tapes to get into the Olympics?
Well, there's like, it's actually, it's pretty easy
it just
to get.
didn't seem like, with specifically breakdancing, I didn't even know until it was there. Like, I feel like they were all just like, let's see how this goes.
So it says Australian breakdancer Rachel Gunn rigged Olympic selections by setting up her own governing body running the Olympic qualifiers.
Governing body.
Yeah.
Oh, so she just voted for herself.
Pretty much.
Sounds like a
and-
student council.
Yeah. There's every once in a while you hear the story. Yeah. Of people cheating to get into the Olympics. So there's like not always, but there's like you hear about like an American girl who's representing like Uganda in the ski Olympics, and then they pay for her to go to the Olympics and compete, and then she just does like a really basic like slides down the mountain, and then she got like an all expense vacation to the Olympics.
Oh my God.
So there's like people cheat it. Like there's so many countries that you just find a country.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to go for pole vaulting and just see how far I get for a free trip.
Oh my God, remember the pole vaulting? That was another viral, the guy. Where
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Can I say
God.
that? Can I
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
You can say it.
You can say
Sorry.
penis.
I can't say the other one. Do you want?
You can say the other ones.
I like the other one. Just dick.
Dick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where his dick hit the.
So many times I watched
Yeah.
that.
How amazing was that, man? That's the stuff I want to see.
Yeah.
That's the stuff. Like, I don't care.
Just
Yeah, I know
Dawn's
you're good at ice
flying.
skating. We
Dawn's-
get it. Yeah.
Flying. It'd be so funny if he like landed on someone's face and just teabagged.
Or just broke it. Like when he fell, just broke it in half. Sorry, that was also dark.
Just
but-
like the people running behind him had to jump over his pole, like that.
yeah,
Oh my God.
He used it as a kickstand, like
Yeah.
just to rest.
Oh my God. Do you guys remember Recipes Val Kilmer?
Oh.
The Love Guru? I just remember he was in the intro in that, but I have a different reason why I'm bringing the movie up. But Justin Timberlake's character in that, Jacques Lecoq Grande, and he like takes off a towel and you just hear.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That's the kind of people that should be pole vaulting.
Exactly. You trip on it. You're like, ah, my bad.
Yeah.
Again.
You guys remember basketball?
Basket.
You're a South Park
Yes,
fan.
okay.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I was like, is it
Like
that
the-
one? I thought the way you said it for a second, I thought you were saying, I don't know,
It's
something else. But yes, basketball.
the
with,
scene like in their locker room, and it's just like you just see pole between their legs, like that's it. Like I don't know, yeah, it's classic. Anyways,
Classic.
I
you gotta watch
seen
it.
it. I know. That's I'm like, oh, now I gotta see it.
We need to bring those movies back too. Everyone's playing it so safe now. Let's take some risks.
I saw the creators of South Park are going to do something with Kendrick
Oh really?
Lamar.
Ooh, like what's something? Like a movie?
I
a
think
show?
a movie.
Yeah, that's the only award they haven't won yet. They have
A Grammy?
no, not a Grammy. Is an Oscar. They have. I think they. Actually, they might not have a Grammy. They have a Tony.
I was gonna say, I know they have a Tony for the Book of Mormon.
Yeah. They have an Emmy.
Oh, yeah. I'm like,
Yeah,
are
they're
they
trying
gonna
to go
get
for all of them.
EGOT?
Yeah, they're trying to go
Is that
for
what
that.
they're called?
Yeah.
EGOT, Emmy,
Tony.
Grammy, Oscar, Tony.
Yeah.
Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony. That's
Yeah.
how you get EGOT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is surprising like how
They
good
should do like a song with Kendrick though and try
Yeah.
to get a Grammy.
that would be pretty cool. Yeah. It is. They're like legitimately really good writers. The Book of Mormon is so
yeah,
good.
dude.
Yeah.
I
Do
wanna
they still
see
live in
that.
Colorado? Are they still chilling out there?
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I always ask the dumbest questions.
Gosh.
Do
Like,
they,
where are
is
they
your
up
grandma
to?
still alive?
I
No, they are.
remember that
Really?
when they did the Scientology episode, Scientology sent like private investigators to dig up dirt mail on them, and they were just like really boring. They just stayed at home and smoked weed, and that was the only thing that they could bring. Like that was the only dirt they could find on them.
Oh my
Smoking weed.
god.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, I mean, what I love most about those guys is they just seem so everything. They're like we wore gowns to the Emmys and did acid.
Mhm.
What do you think you're gonna find on us?
Yeah,
We're willing to go do that just for plain entertainment. I don't know. Those are the kind of people that are like, I don't give a fuck. Like you're not gonna find anything. I'd be so bummed if like, yeah, some like Me Too stuff came out about them.
yeah.
I'd be.
I think.
so
I mean,
bummed.
it would have come out by now.
Yeah, but that's
They've
what I
made
mean.
they've made
But
so
I
many
think they've
enemies.
been with
that-
like I think they are just kind of just dudes that had families, and they're just like, we're just raunchy dudes. We just write stuff. We write this
Mhm.
gnarly, amazing comedy stuff, but we're just at home with our wives, our kids, smoking pot in Colorado.
yeah.
They have it good. They have it figured out.
Well, they're nerds, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nerds.
Yeah.
yeah.
They've been nerds from the get-go. Like,
Yeah.
what do we, yeah. I think those are two people I'd like to get inside their brains. I'm
Yeah.
Like, let's take a gander in this.
Yes.
Yeah.
My
Yeah, and
God.
it really does help. They're just they write so well.
Yeah.
You know, every once in a
they're
while they'll
brilliant.
give a talk that I like listening to, where they give like
Yeah. Lectures
their
and
writing,
stuff.
their writing process, and I like
Oh my
glue
God.
myself to that because
Yeah.
I've learned so much just from like
Yeah.
all the rules that they follow on their shows, and like
Yeah.
yeah,
That's insane.
What do you mean they do like just straight up like lectures? You
Yeah,
can
the-
go.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
haven't followed those guys. I don't know. I mean, I watched South Park, but I haven't known what their career has unfolded.
well they get like invited to like colleges to like give
Yeah.
lectures to like writing classes.
Ah.
And then they've like broken down their writing process. I'm like, this is like brilliant. And like it explains like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, your show is like why your show is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Do they ever mention
And they-
the use of drugs when they're writing?
I
don't mean that to be
I
like-
know. I know. I
Whatever,
wonder if they're
but-
like, you gotta eat a little bit of mushrooms though, if you're gonna like do
Weed,
something.
mushrooms,
Yeah.
acid, like something. There's you can't just think of that sober. I mean, maybe you could, but like, come on, man.
Did you ever see? Well, I guess not. But they had this documentary called 6 Days Out because South Park used to have a 6-day turnover
Right.
from writing to releasing the episode, and then that's how they were able to stay so current.
Yeah.
And they don't do that anymore. They said it was just too stressful for them, so now they
Yeah.
like write it well in advance.
I wonder if no, never mind. I'm like, I wonder if SNL will ever do that, but I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Are we still SNL watchers? What's
No,
happening?
not really.
What's going
I
on?
think it just
What's
depends.
It's just
happening?
like
it depends
I
on
just
the
know
host.
people who have like worked at SNL, and it just sounds so stressful.
Yeah. It depends on who's the host for me. Like if I really like the host, like when Shane Gillis did it, I was like, I'll go
Yeah.
and watch
Couple
that.
beers.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch the one where Morgan Wallen walked off?
No, I
No,
just saw
but
the
I saw a
clips.
clip.
Yeah.
And I've just seen so many memes of "Get Me a God's Country."
Yeah.
So many. It's so good. I love it so much. I always love the aftermath of this. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
But the internet takes it and just hauls ass with it. You're
Yeah.
like, all right, let's see where this
Literally
goes.
that night, the amount of memes people were just like at Chili's, "Get me a God's Country."
You know, Lauren Michaels loves that too.
Oh,
like
yeah.
he was like probably so happy that
Yeah.
happened.
He's like, "Thanks, man."
Yeah.
You being an asshole actually made this even bigger success.
Yeah, the girl who hosted was the girl from Honora, right?
Yeah.
Mikey Madison.
Yeah.
Madison.
Yeah.
I hate throwing shade, but I cannot believe that movie won.
What got the
Best
Oscar?
Picture.
Did you all watch it? Did you?
Yeah,
watch
I
it?
watched it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think like the one props that I'll give it to is that the henchmen on that movie were probably the best henchmen I've ever seen.
Yeah.
They were so well written.
Yeah.
And then that's the props that I'll give that movie. Like the rest of it was like, I don't care at all about this movie.
No.
But the henchmen were like.
And it was a good movie, but I was definitely
but
like.
Best Picture good?
Best Picture is kind of wild. I'm like, there
Yeah.
were so many. I mean, the fact that Challengers didn't even get put into it, I was like, what? I didn't watch Emilia Perez. I don't think I need to. Not really into musicals.
I
and
made
I
it
heard
5 seconds. I was like,
I
man,
heard it
no.
was. I heard it was not good.
No.
I still haven't seen The Substance, but I mean,
Also, I know.
that, but even like that, just from seeing like just how that was shot, I'm like, there's just so many movies that I feel like. But I don't know. I'll share something after this because I don't want.
Yeah. Also, like, I get I'm a dork, I'm a nerd, okay, but Dune 2 was like one of the best sci-fi movies of all time. I don't like Dune 1. Like everyone except that Dune 1 was such a good movie. Dune 2,
Dune 2,
yeah, Dune 2 was better than Dune. Like I just don't understand like how that happened. Sorry.
It's okay. Get it in there. Air it out. Safe space.
Yeah.
For everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, sci-fi is the best. I get it.
Well, I want to see that. I didn't watch it. It's called Anora.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it either, but my dad watched it.
Your dad watched it.
Yeah, dude. I don't know why he does it to himself. No, because of course his review, was just like, well, it's just straight porn.
It's just straight porn.
It's porn. And I don't know what in the hell they were thinking, but it's just sex, right from the beginning. It was uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable. It really was. I don't know if I'll watch it again, but I'm just going to tell you, if you do watch it, a lot of nudity. A lot of nudity. So, wouldn't want you in that film. I would not want you in that
I
film.
would not want you in that film.
The whole time I'm like, why'd you watch that? You know what I mean? But like, whatever. Every man's free to do what he wants. But I was like, God, it made me uncomfortable envisioning my old man watching that.
Maybe you shouldn't watch it then, because I think you're just going to be thinking about that the whole time.
The whole time. I remember watching Game of Thrones. I don't know if you guys have ever been here. There's so many like super sexual scenes.
It's a lot of sex. Straight porn.
I watched it with my dad.
No.
I didn't know. Yeah. There's nothing more uncomfortable. Where you're like,
you like immediately see boobs like first episode, and you're like, this is HBO. I forgot this is HBO.
Yeah. But like he's there, and you're like, do I leave?
Do I leave?
What do I do? Because then if I leave, it's gonna be obvious. This is super weird. I don't feel good. Yeah.
I feel you on that. I used to like go and like visit my mom, and I would walk in when they were watching Game of Thrones with like, it was like her and her boyfriend at the time. And the tension was just like, I was like, I'm walking into your foreplay right now and I don't appreciate this.
Yeah, I hate everything about it. Yeah.
Last year, this was so mortifying to me. Last year, I found out that romance novels are basically like pulp for women. Yeah. And then that's all my mom reads. And I'm like, and then I've had like, this like our house is filled with these books. And I'm like, oh no.
Oh yeah.
I wish I did not know about that at all.
Mom's gotta, have that passion too.
Yeah, I guess.
But I get it.
I like to think that once I was born, it all stopped,
I think we all like to think that. I think we're like, our parents just aren't sexual creatures.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still gonna. I'm sticking to it. I'm sticking to it like that. I can. Yeah, I don't know what I'm sticking to, but just the fact. No, it's a peace sign. Oh, but that would be amazing if I had dicks on my socks.
Penis with like a little,
and then just a
red rocket or something. Yeah,
a javelin pole.
Yeah,
and it ties it all together and scene. Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not, I know there's sexual and stuff, but it is something that's like, you never forget, like if you walked in on your dad, like, taking a shower, you're like, God, dude, I timestamp that on my brain for the rest of my life. And so now it's just, I don't know what it is, like in those moments though, when you're watching, like just somebody go to pound down with your dad, and the scene is like minutes. It just never stops. You know?
Yeah.
It's like it's like, why can't you just get up? Get up.
Just get up.
Get up. Just get up and leave the room. Get up. But
Yeah.
there's like this loyalty to stick it through and act like this isn't happening.
It's
you know?
normal.
My
Yeah.
mom-
Yeah. It's wild.
My mom put on Baby Girl, that movie with Nicole Kidman, and I already had to rewatch it, thankfully. So I was like, I knew when the sex scenes were gonna come up, and I literally just kept leaving, and just was like, yeah, I gotta go take a shit.
Yeah.
So I want to watch this in bed with you right now.
You're so bold. I'm gonna do that next time.
Just say it. Just be like, I gotta go take a shit.
I got the Rias. Gonna head out. Had clams.
Had clams,
Had
Dad.
clams,
Sorry,
man. Oh, it's squeaked. My pants are wet. Yeah,
Oh.
not that way. That got weirder.
That
Made it
got
more
weirder.
cringe. Just if I can make it worse, I will. Yeah, didn't mean it like that. Yeah.
We had a guest earlier who said like, "Oh, I can't make dinner because I gotta go make art," and I feel like that's gonna be my excuse to get out of things. Like, oh, I gotta go make art really quick. I'll be back.
Sorry, I'm a creator.
Yeah.
Is that code for poo?
No, I think
that
you just
code?
meant it for like, oh, I gotta go create art, like actual art,
Well,
and that's
I'm
why
gonna
I can't
steal
cook
it.
dinner.
And use it for my poos. That's actually, I'm like,
You
no,
should.
I'm
You're
actually going to use
legit.
that. And unless they trademarked it, I'm
Yeah.
going to run with it. Yeah.
I gotta go make art.
And then technically for you, it would be creating art. Like you are an artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
People
everything
might
you
be
do
like, is
is
she
art.
painting or pooping? Maybe it's both.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, yeah, it's another performance piece. I'm just taking I invite an audience into my bathroom and just watch me take an art poo for 45 minutes.
We've talked about
And it
poo
turned the
so
heat
much
up with
today.
the heat lamp.
Yeah.
I know, it's been too much and I'm sorry.
No, I
That's-
love it. I
Do you mean just throughout the day or just in this
No.
last?
No,
throughout the day?
Thank God.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
Every
It's just-
episode was
I've
poo
I've brought up poop a lot this week. Today.
Why do you think it's on your brain? I love
I
talking
think
Honestly,
it's always on her brain.
Yeah.
to
It
be
always
honest.
is. I'm like, I just love it. I not in that way. I just like
Then we do it 2 girls in a cup and we just make a new one. 2025.
I
Cut to.
honestly I've just like had like a really good poop week.
Good.
Like I've had just like the cleanest, healthiest, no, it's just
no
been-
wipers.
no wipe, yeah,
Clean.
no dingleberries. It's been just like so pristine that I'm just like really happy.
It's wonderful.
Yeah,
Not great.
that's mostly why it's been on my brain. I've just like every time I've gone, I'm like, like
Do you look?
yeah.
Do you
of
check? You
course,
do.
I
You actually
always-
turn around and do a looky
I
look.
do every time.
That's amazing.
I want to
I
see
can't
my
do that
art.
anymore. I
wanna
used to.
see my art.
You want to see what you created? No, I get it. Yeah,
I
yeah.
wanna make
Not
art.
anymore. I just let it go and like
I'm like-
strangers, you know,
How do you not?
an
Look.
Irish goodbye. Yeah. Here's the thing. I flush before it can ever even reveal itself.
Wow.
Yeah, I want you out of my life. Like I don't want a relationship. I
I'm,
don't want to get
I'm an
attached.
anxious. I'm an anxious attachment. You're avoidant attachment.
Yeah. 1,000%. We're
That's-
gonna act like this never happened. Yeah, and it's just out of my life for forever. I think that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that relationships with poop could actually open up some.
I think it's
Yeah.
great. Everybody does it. People love
Everyone
talking
does it.
about it.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's everything coming out.
And that concludes our art podcast for
Yeah.
this evening. Thank you for coming. We'll do an entire tutorial of how to make your own work tomorrow morning after coffee.
Oh my God. Literally. Like,
Here's my best cigarettes odds.
Time sensitive. Yeah.
Like, even babies get it. Everyone, like, it's like the first joke you get
yeah.
is, it's a fart joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Farting or pooping. Yeah. Yeah. I just picture like a baby just sitting and then just yeah.
I can only admit the mass exodus of fans we have right now is just like, I didn't tune in for this.
But how many did we gain?
I know.
Yeah, the ones that we get and the ones that stuck around are the ones worth keeping, though. I'll
Exactly.
say that. Yeah. If you're still here, like, we want to keep you here.
What We talked about really real things. Man. Like if you're exiting because like I'm never talking about pill. Like, yeah, that's fine, but it's also like, come on, man. You know,
man.
Come
We're just
on.
here to make you feel seen.
Yeah.
That's what these conversations are about.
Yeah. I don't think it was in the nitty gritty. I think we kept it really surface and shallow.
We kept it tasteful for sure.
Kept it
In the
tasteful.
art world so that
Yeah.
it's all inclusive. We don't want to, you know.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying. On next week's show, we'll talk about vomit. And I'm just kidding. Just kidding. But
No
what
more.
you did, the Pimple Popper, like how popular is that show?
Yeah, that's true.
Because either you love it or you hate it. You're either
Yeah.
tuning in for the whole thing and you don't ever turn away.
Yeah.
I'll tune in, but I will turn away. I will 1000%. I
It
can't.
depends
hang
on
with
the
a lot of it.
coloring that's coming out for me.
The coloring. Do you have what's your thing? What you're like? No way. I cannot.
Like if it's like a little like weird shade of yellowish green, I'm like, oh, that's
Okay.
like some. I don't know what's happening there.
Oh, if you want, well, I guess we're still talking about this.
I know
So
we can
if you
turn.
want-
We can take
No,
our
if
left.
you guys want a life hack, I would say if you start taking Metamucil regularly,
Oh.
that's like permanent no wipers.
Okay.
You should look into that.
Okay.
It is expensive though. That there's like I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's like that big jar. That's pretty good though. I would say it's a game changer for sure.
So old school, dude. I
Nice.
remember growing up, my friend's parents would have Metamucil with the orange cap
Yeah.
and that white
Yeah.
cream
Yeah,
color
that's what
it looks
bottle.
like, yeah.
It looks like a Pringles bottle, but like fatter. And they always had it on the kitchen counter. And I was like,
Wow.
what's that? You know, because we have like, there was like, we had Kool-Aid and they had like Metamucil. I was like, I want that powder. So, but that's how I remember it. Of how
Oh
old
my
school that is.
God.
It is. You should look into it. It's a game changer for sure, and it's good for you too. Like
Oh,
it's-
okay. I was
You
like,
seem
eh,
good though. You seem solid.
yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. No help needed over there. That's awesome.
I've been-
well, for the
been
fans
eating
listening
good.
in at home, if you're not Lumi, look into Metamucil.
There you go. For the perfect paper.
There's $1 billion industry around the lower intestinal area, you guys. Like this
There
is
is.
whether there's influencers now putting out toilet paper for the love of God. Like
Really? That's crazy.
yeah, because now did you know your toilet paper is toxic? And now did you know? Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah. Now you have to get toilet paper off of an influencer's brand that has like paraben
It's all
free and it has
bamboo.
gold flakes and it has vitamin E and also it helps you anti-age. Like it
Oh my
bleaches
God.
while it works.
bleaches.
Yeah, I'm not saying that happens, but
That'd
I'm
be
just saying
insane.
like that's how crazy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you use this, you'll turn 12.
I
You're
feel
like,
like-
that's not true.
I feel like that is how they sell every product.
Yeah.
Though. I'm like,
0 calories. What?
yeah.
but did you guys
Everything.
see that TikTok trend when they thought TikTok was going away? So everyone like admitted to shit they were lying about on their TikTok.
No.
It was really funny. Like the amount of fitness influencers are like, I don't do those workouts. Or like
Stop.
people being like, oh, I actually don't make that coffee or drink that drink. Or I was just like, or like people being like, I only dated that person for a publicity stunt. It was crazy. It was probably the most exciting time to be on TikTok.
That's wild because it went down for
It's
32
like-
seconds.
Yeah.
Literally. It's in it. The sound, like the trending sound was Peter Griffin in some episode of Family Guy where they're like, I forget what episode it is, but he's like, since we're all going to die, I feel it's best I tell you this. I did not care for The Godfather. And they're like, what? I did not care for The Godfather. So if you want to go find those videos, that's the trending sound. It's
Was that
Family
the,
Guy.
yeah, is that the one where they go like it insists upon itself? Like doesn't Brian say that? Like why he doesn't like it too?
No,
Okay,
I don't
yeah,
remember
right.
if Brian says anything. It's like they're like in something and water's coming down. They're about to drown. And so Peter's like, I did not care for The Godfather. He's like, that's going to be my last words. So everyone was using that sound and were like admitting to all the fake stuff that they did or promoted or stunts or it was thrilling.
like, did you have? Yeah, sorry.
Oh, no, I was gonna say, like, were there any apology videos after? Like, just kidding.
Yeah,
Like-
there were some videos after like, oh, I guess TikTok's not going away. So
But did people unfollow them, or were people
I
like,
have no
you can't
idea.
put the toothpaste back in the tube?
I
This is
know.
out?"
I know. I don't know. I think a lot of them kept their following probably, or maybe not. I don't know. I don't think anyone shared anything too controversial or too like upsetting that people were like. But I mean,
Fitness influencers like, I don't actually do that workout. Like, I think
Yeah,
that's
I
pretty
think-
controversial to
yeah,
me. I'd
to
be
me,
like,
yeah.
what? You
yeah,
have one job.
you had
It's
one
like
job.
going to a dentist, being
I
like, I
think-
didn't go to dentistry school. You're like, what?
If anything, I think
Same.
it just helped shed light on the fact that like, don't believe everything you see or hear. So I think these people kept their followings, but people are probably just like, they're watching those videos now, being like, loser. Like, or maybe it even made people feel better about themselves because they're like, I know you didn't do that workout today. I'm gonna go do less reps because I know you only did 1 rep for this video.
Yeah.
I don't know. So
Yeah, I wish like I don't have a problem with fitness influencers. I understand why they can't, but I wish that it was just safe for them to say like, yeah, I'm on steroids.
yeah,
I get that they can't say that, but
yeah,
they're all on steroids.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you buying their pill isn't gonna make you look like them.
no.
Well, it's like the last influencer. Do you know the Liver King?
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing. It's like I mean, you've seen him.
Yeah. He's
Right.
on steroids. That's not possible.
On like,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
on, he's on like testosterone.
Oh,
Whatever.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
on like
He was on a bunch
of
too.
stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
Like stuff like that. But he's still out there. He's still the Liver King. He's
Yeah.
still selling
Liver.
Yeah.
liver dust somewhere. You know,
Yeah.
it's like he's still doing
Yeah,
that.
I mean, because it's like you can't get that body just by taking steroids and working out. You still have to eat clean.
Yeah.
So he could have easily sold without lying about it and being like,
Yeah, I think, everyone's just got to you just got to do things that make you happy
mhm.
because there's no product out there that's just going to magically make you look like Megan Fox overnight. I'm so sorry, guys. That's not a thing. I think if you are dedicated to bettering yourself in your life, you'll get there. But yeah, be careful with these products. I don't know. Or, feed into it and waste your money. I don't know.
And maybe it'll
If
work
that
and then
makes you
let us
happy.
know if it works.
Yeah, if you
Maybe we're wrong.
because sometimes, some things can be like a little placebo effect. And maybe that can help you like be like, wow, I took this juice and now I feel like Superman.
Yeah, maybe if that's what gets you to start
Yeah.
living a little bit healthier, I mean, I guess it's not that bad.
Yeah, for sure.
But be realistic.
But be realistic. Or
You're not
be
going to look
patient
like the
with
liver
yourself.
king.
I don't know if I
Imagine
want
eating
anyone.
liver for a year. Just because you're like, well, this guy did,
Right?
Mhm.
and his family's amazing.
Oh,
you know,
God.
I don't know what had happened, but I can't imagine eating liver for a day, let alone, I mean, that's all they eat.
That's like,
It's all raw.
I don't know why
Yeah.
I said that. I don't know why I said that.
much.
Mm.
Ew.
Well, this was the most interesting episode I think we've
I
No,
know.
now I feel terrible. I'm like, oh
No.
God, I'm sorry I said that about the liver.
No.
I'm so sorry.
We're,
Why I
That's all
said
right.
that.
we did it.
All right, so where can the fans find you?
I
Plug
feel
yourself.
bad. I'm like,
No.
feel bad.
I did on a
It
different
was-
note.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We got to end on a different note.
I know. Well, what's new with you? I didn't
Oh.
even ask what's up with you. We just dove into depressing stuff and then poop and funny.
That wasn't what was
and-
depressing. Nothing was depressing.
Oh, no. I mean, not
We didn't have
super
to- it wasn't
depressing. We were
depressing.
just talking about like wanting to feel like we're all good enough doing what we're doing, I guess.
That's real. That's not
real.
depressing.
That's true. That's
And
real.
I think it's not depressing. I think actually with what I heard is that you just keep showing up every day.
Yeah.
And everybody's doing it. But it doesn't matter what you feel or what you're thinking on the end. It just matters if you keep showing up, what you do. Like you're celebrating a year doing this thing. Like that's the name of the. I don't think it's depressing at all. Like I thought it was really good.
I think
true.
Yeah, I think that is a good message for the episode. Just keep showing up.
Keep showing up.
Everybody poops. That guy's probably on steroids. And just keep that in mind.
That's the whole show. Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta go do art.
You have to go make art.
I gotta go make my art. Sorry.
It's a lot of coffee drinking over here.
Can't come over later. I gotta go make art.
Yeah, and even if you don't feel like an artist, you are.
Mm-hmm.
You are. Trust. Every morning you are.
Mm-hmm.
So we're all creators.
Yeah.
Even if we don't think it.
This is true.
I thought it was a very uplifting
It was.
podcast.
I know. It was.
I do.
Yeah, I owe you guys, and that's me being negative. And then I gotta learn from that.
Me too.
It was a
good.
positive message. Yeah,
It
you're
was.
right.
It was
The
a very
message
positive
is-
message.
Yeah. Look, guys, we're all humans living in this really weird, wild world.
Yeah.
And I think the best we can all do is just, find a little corner of sunshine where you're at and just keep showing up and do your thing and try to do it for yourself.
Yeah.
F everybody else. And that's the thing. Like, we both know so many people that are successful or this or that or this or that. And I also know the other side of that.
Yeah.
It's like everybody, I don't care how anybody's like, I'm doing amazing. There's a part of their life that is a struggle bus.
Yeah.
There is something, everybody has a little something happening.
Mm-hmm.
And we always, and that's the thing, it's insanity to constantly bounce how we're doing off what we see or our perception of other people.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fail for me every single time. But also it's like somebody could look at me. I know that for myself. Somebody could look at me and be like, she seems like she's doing, I have things in my life that are like, this is not good. Everyone does. It's like, that's humanity. And I think that's why we talked about like doing like reality or talk shows where it's like, get in a fight, mofo. Like, or just, kind
Square
of
up.
the humanity of all of us.
Yeah.
That's all. Like, I think it was a very good episode. And I'm so proud of you that you keep showing up because podcasts are really difficult too. People are like, I want to start a podcast. And then, it's like, it's hard. You have to rent the studio. You got to book guests. You got to coordinate. You got to coordinate with the manager of the studio. You got to pay him. You got to come up with, there's 17 cameras in here, $1,800 worth of lights. Like, it's a lot and you're doing it. And you also come down here. You don't even live in LA.
I know. That's true.
And you fly down here. That's amazing.
It's always worth it, but yeah.
It's a lot of work.
Your anniversary.
Yeah, and you have a year anniversary.
Thank you.
And you're just hot. And you've got,
sorry.
come on. Let's get grateful,
I know.
guys. I'm just joking.
We're grateful.
You're grateful.
Let's
and
get grateful.
You're awesome. And people, I've read comments
like-
on your podcast.
Aw.
People love you.
Mm.
Lumi people love you.
I feel like we should make shirts that say, let's get grateful.
Why not? What do we have to lose? We may not be here in 20 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who knows? Like,
Yeah.
who knows? Well, I had a great time. I had a really good time.
Yeah, I'm
Thank you
so
for
happy.
coming.
Yeah, I'm really happy you had a great time.
It was,
Thank you so much.
I mean, we went to the dark side of talking about food poisoning, but you know what? Everybody's got it.
Yeah.
So whatever.
I'm just
I
not
think
going to
it's
eat
fine.
clams forever.
Yeah, we could live without clams. They're not
I can
that
live
good.
without clams.
Yeah, they're not that great.
No.
They're okay.
Okay.
They're overpriced shellfish.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah, they're mucus beans. So it's
Yeah.
just, sorry. Okay. I'm glad I could end on that note. Sorry.
No, you're good. All right. Do you want to plug yourself?
Yeah, come find my happy ass over at I'm just kidding, you guys. That was funny. On Instagram, Sarah Hyland Rosenstein. I'm doing a bunch of art, visual arts, doing some shows, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm also a creator, not just of my own feces, but I I got to show up and create my own stuff every day,
Mhm.
every single day, no matter what. So no matter what my head tells me, like
Yeah.
all of us. So come over, see my art,
Yeah.
be friends.
It's a fun time.
Yeah.
You guys, thank you for tuning in again. And thank you so much for joining me today for a second time and celebrating with us for our anniversary. So, yay.
Yay.
Claps for everyone.
Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Big deals. Big deals.